My name is Brianna and I'm here for Triumphant Tuesdays. This topic is about freedom in the summer and what you would do if you didn't have your eating disorder. As I said before, I consider myself recovered, so I'm going to talk about some of the things that I can do now that I couldn't do then, and how recovery has made my life better. Ask me all the time, especially at work, why I smile so much, and I don't exactly answer them, but I'm gonna answer you now. And it's because I'm free. No one that hasn't had an eating disorder will know the trap that you get into and how you feel, and I can't explain to you the joy I have from being recovered, so I often find myself smiling for no apparent reason to other people, and it makes me really happy. But usually I tell them that I'm just happy, which is mostly true. Love coffee. People think that Disney World is the best place in the world, but it's not. I think it's Starbucks, and if you tell me otherwise, I will argue with you. The last picture I posted is actually one of my favorites. It seems kind of weird that it's my favorite picture, but it's because it's what I wanted for breakfast that morning, and Starbucks made me 2 cups of coffee instead of 1 because I'm one of their favorite customers ever, because I love them so much and they know it. But why it's my favorite picture is my uncle was like, "Brianna, that looks like a lot of calories," and to which I replied, "Who cares?" And this was on Facebook, and it's true. I mean, I care if something's healthy as far as like food, but if I really, really want it, I don't. You should just have what you want. And that was my favorite breakfast ever, and granted it was probably way too much caffeine, but I don't do it all the time, and it was a really good day. Favorite things being recovered is going to the pool. I mean, several years ago, there was no way that I would be caught in a bikini hanging out at the pool. But now I love it. Like, I love the sun, even though my skin doesn't. I have to be, like, super careful with sunscreen. But I love the pool. It's so peaceful, and it's really fun to hang out with your friends and talk. And it's one of my favorite places, but I would have never known that had I not recovered. One of my favorite things about being recovered is random unplanned snacks. I remember getting a donut before a work meeting and not thinking twice about it. And I only thought about it after the fact, like, wow, I would have never done that before. Or one of my favorites, but this might seem really silly, is getting a really big slushie that's a multicolor from Quick Trip. I don't know if those are in your state, but you can Google it and see what I'm talking about. But anyway, they're like massively caffeinated and pretty colors, and they're so good. But I love the fact that I don't really care. Like, if I want something, I just get it, and I don't calculate all my calories anymore, and I don't worry about it. I just try to have a fun life and take what I want. Probably my favorite thing about being recovered is being friends with my sister. We didn't have a good relationship when I was sick. I was always the one that she had to take care of, or I would mess up family things, and she was very resentful of me because she's the middle child and I'm the oldest child, but she had to act like the oldest child, and she really didn't like it. And I was jealous of her for various reasons, but now that I'm better, I love talking on the phone with her and being with her and going shopping with her and doing whatever. She's one of my heroes, and I'm so happy to have a good relationship with her. I love her so much, and being friends with my sister definitely wouldn't have been possible if I wasn't recovered. So I'm so grateful for that. Being a pharmacy tech is another thing that I'm looking forward to now that I'm recovered. I definitely couldn't have done that before, and I just passed my pharmacy tech certification board, you have to know and understand a lot to be able to pass it. You have to know all of the pharmacy laws, like every single calculation and conversion, and then every single drug and its generic equivalent, and like what drugs you cannot use with certain drugs. So basically a lot of things. And I definitely didn't have the ability to comprehend all that when I was sick. So I look forward to finding a job as a pharmacy tech because I really love that. And so I know that will make me happy. The thing I love about being recovered is having a boyfriend. The one I have now I've had for 7 months, and that definitely wouldn't have been possible if I wasn't recovered. Like, I've been in other relationships before, but they were never healthy. And honestly, like, if you went to dinner, you're not going to want to whip out a bottle of Ensure or something like that. So I definitely like that I can bring more to relationships and that I don't worry about the food aspect, and that somebody likes me for other reasons than the fact I have an eating disorder. Like, I feel like my past eating disorder isn't a factor in our relationship, so I don't identify myself with my eating disorder, and because somebody I love doesn't either because they didn't know me then, it makes it a lot easier for me not to identify myself that way. So I totally see myself separate from my eating disorder because of this relationship. I love singing so much, and when I was really sick my voice was really affected and I couldn't sing at all. So I really love singing. It makes me happy and I'm glad I can do it again. And one of these days I'll get really brave like Jen and actually sing on YouTube, but I'm not going to push myself to do that yet because I don't know if I'm ready. But one of these days I will sing for you guys because I love it so much and it makes me really happy. The thing I love about being recovered is being able to make the best out of every single situation, and this is really evident at work. Like I told you, a lot of people at work ask me why I smile all the time, and even coworkers are like, how could you be so happy? All you do is scan groceries all day. And my answer is that you just make the best out of it. Like, I know I'm going to be stuck in there for 10 hours, so we might as well find something to be happy about or something to make us feel positive because we're going to be stuck there and it is what it is. So I try to have the most fun possible. Not that I'm throwing a party at a register or anything, but I try to stay positive and try to be happy, and I look for the good in every single day. And I definitely couldn't have done that when I was sick with my eating disorder because it's obviously so hard to be positive then. So I really appreciate my new attitude and my ability to be happy in any situation. So glad I recovered. It was so worth it. It was the hardest thing I ever did, but it was definitely the best thing. And it makes me smile and feel free every single day. And I love it. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. Fight for freedom. Love you guys.